competitive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream and welcome to the home of the world champions and all your latest Chelsea transfer news. Big up to everyone that is already locked in. Make sure you're smashing up the like, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. And of course, get involved in the chat. And we have got plenty to dive into as always in regards to Chelsea. The big breaking news from this morning is that Ornstein bomber Nicolas Jackson is increasingly likely to leave Chelsea this summer. Got the latest on the futures of Christopher Nkunku. We've got the latest on Raheem Sterling. We've got the latest on Renato Vega. We've also got the latest on Xavi SImons as well. And according to The Athletic, no official bid has been made yet for Xavi SImons, plus loads of other stuff to dive into. But first things first, guys, as always, before I say hello to you lovely lot, make sure you check out Jersey's FC Soccer Shop. Link is in the description. Use code BLUEBROTHER for 20% off. Make sure you're looking fresh in the Chelsea home kit, away kit, or the third kit when it drops for the upcoming season, guys. Great quality, affordable prices, names, numbers, patches, whatever you want on the back. Make sure you check it out. Use the code BLUEBROTHER. Get yourself 20% off. You won't regret it. Now, that's enough about that. Let's say hello to some of you lot in the chat. Not many people in the chat right now, but anyway. We need to keep Jackson. I agree, unsurprisingly. Yes, big up, bro. Big up. Jackson, see you never. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, we need more people getting involved in the chat. Let's get more people involved in the chat. But anyway, yeah, there's only one place to start, guys. There is only one place to start. Also, by the way, shout out to my guy, Chelsea Till I Die, sorting me out with the Conference League final Chelsea shirt. You can't get them. So, guys, if you want to get your hands on Conference League final shirt, you know, if you wanted to add it to your collection, check out my guy, Chelsea Till I Die, on Instagram. I'll put the link in the chat for anyone who wants to check it out. But yeah, if you're wondering where I got it from there. Anyway, that's enough about football shirts, enough about kits. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Yes, big up, bro. Big up. Right, let's start with it. Straight up. Tuesday morning, big bomber settings from Ornstein. Early doors as well, by the way. Big bomber settings from Ornstein at 7:55 a.m. Tuesday morning. Ornstein with the bomber. Nicolas Jackson increasingly likely to leave Chelsea. Suitors in the Premier League and abroad considering 24-year-old if they do not land their top target, lose existing players, or alongside current options. And then Ornstein, thank you to Ornstein for actually mentioning the sales. Chelsea sales completed / agreed at 200 million plus, with another 100 to 150 million pounds more expected. So we know we've had it from Romano about Jackson saying, you know, there's definitely chances he could leave. Definite chances he could leave. There are clubs interested and whatnot. This is the first time we've really heard Ornstein speaking on Nicolas Jackson. Now, what I would say is, by the way, guys, increasingly likely to leave doesn't mean definitely leaving. That'd be the first thing that I would say. Doesn't mean definitely leaving. I'm fully aware that there is a very good chance, if an acceptable offer comes in, that absolutely Nicolas Jackson will move on. But if you're telling me that Benjamin Sesko is potentially going for a total package of 90 million euros, which is about what? All in, that's 78 million. Up front, that's 69 million pounds. 70 million pounds up front. There's no reason why Chelsea, under any circumstances, should be accepting low ball offers for Nicolas Jackson. We're not actively looking to sell him, you know? And so I get the feeling that on this one, I don't know. No clubs have come in yet, by the way. There's been no official offers for Nicolas Jackson. And I don't think the swap will happen. I don't think the swap will happen. But under no circumstances, right, should Chelsea be selling themselves short. We should not be accepting low ball offers for Jackson as and when any offers potentially came in. We definitely weren't. Bro, I'm not sure we do. There hasn't been any indications that Chelsea will go for another striker if Nicolas Jackson joins. There hasn't been any indications that will happen. And if you're going to do that, who's going to come in that's better than Nicolas Jackson? And don't tell me, oh, let's just go and get Emmanuel Amiga from Strasbourg a year early. What, a 22-year-old to come into the squad with no Premier League experience or just no real experience at the top level. How does that make the squad better? It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. This, I get this all the time. I get this all the time. And I was speaking with Matisse about this on Twitter earlier, and he made a good point as well. People forget, right, how long a season is. We aren't playing Conference League football anymore. We're playing big boy football. We're playing big boy football, if you've not noticed. If you haven't noticed, chat, big boy football is being played next season, Champions League. Going into the season with just Joao Pedro and Liam Delap is a car crash waiting to happen. It is a car crash waiting to happen. If you do that, a car crash waiting to happen, you know, and then you get people and they're saying it in the chat and they've been saying it to me on Twitter. Oh, no top team has 3 strikers. I don't care what any other team is doing or what any other team has done. We're Chelsea. We do things our own way here. Champions League football with just Delap and Joao Pedro is foolish. Absolutely foolish. People forget how long a season actually is. Imagine turning to your bench after one injury and all you've got are wingers to change the game if the striker's having a stinker. It's nonsense. It is utterly bonkers. It doesn't make any sense at all. Every successful Chelsea team has had 3 strikers. Every successful Chelsea team has had 3 senior strikers in the squad. Every single one has. Okay? And it's not hard to go through it. It's not hard to go through it at all. Drogba, Kezman, Gudjohnsen. Kezman was dropped the following season, and it was Crespo that came in. Drogba, Crespo, Gudjohnsen. We had Drogba, Anelka, and didn't we have Shevchenko at the same time as all of them as well? We've had Pizarro in the mix. We've had Remy, Demba Ba. Don't tell me that... Exactly. And people are telling me that, oh, no top team has 3 strikers. Every successful Chelsea team that has won the Premier League has had 3 centre forwards. Why is it so hard to comprehend that we should go into the season with 3 strikers? Why is that so hard to comprehend? That's what I don't understand. Because it will be the same people, right? Chat, it will be the same people moaning, yeah? It will be the same people moaning about so if Jackson goes right and he's not replaced with a striker, it will be the same people moaning when one of Pedro or Delap gets injured, which they will. One of Joao Pedro and Delap will get injured next season and will go for a shit run of form. You are then left with one striker, and then you're playing Pedro Neto or Xavi SImons or whoever it is as a false 9 down the middle. That's useless. That's no good. And people are saying that they're okay with that. People are saying they're okay with that. Guys, am I losing the plot here? Am I losing the plot? Yeah, exactly. We had Drogba, Anelka, and Shevchenko, all the same age at the time, or within 1 or 2 years. Pizarro as well. Yes, okay, you can say that Anelka played left wing quite a lot as well. But the point is that why is it ridiculous to think that we should have 3 strikers in the squad? Why? And this is a very good point from Siegel. You know, people thinking Delap will have better numbers because of his time at Ipswich. Look what happened to Solanke after switching to a top 6 team. Playing for Big 6 doesn't mean numbers will go up. I like Liam Delap, by the way. He was okay at the Club World Cup. Nothing amazing, nothing special. All right, there's plenty of room for improvement. But why is everyone presuming that Delap's just going to hit the ground running and be unreal, and that he's automatically going to be ahead of Nicolas Jackson. Why does everyone think that? Why does everyone think that? Oh, wow. Chelsea have released a 120th anniversary shirt. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I might have to go chat and we might have to buy it. 120th anniversary shirt, and it comes in a lush box. Fuck. Chat. Yeah, the bank account might be taking a beating. Shit. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Yes. I don't understand what people... I just don't get this, right? Why is everyone presuming that they know Nicolas Jackson and they know what he's thinking and that he won't accept that? Why is it a given that Nicolas Jackson is third choice? And then people will say, oh, yeah, but it's based on the Club World Cup. So it's based on 2 games, the semi-final and the final. And so that suddenly means that he's third choice. Like, we're all presuming, people are just presuming, by the way, that he's suddenly third choice. Am I a prick? Am I losing the plot here? Yeah, but why? It doesn't matter what any other clubs are doing. We don't compare ourselves to other clubs. Bro, we're not getting... Yeah, bro. Of course I'm predicting injuries. Because it is totally unrealistic. And surely, JK, you don't actually believe this. Do you think we're going to go through a 60-game season, potentially, and there's going to be no injuries to the strikers? None. We're going to have no injuries. Is that what you're saying? Come on, bro. That can't be the case. That can't be the case. You're not. Are you seriously saying that? You think there's going to be no injuries? Exactly. And you got to plan. You got to plan for these instances. You know, there's no point taking a gamble and thinking, "Oh, it'll be fine. None of them strikers are going to get injured." Look what happened when we gambled on Reece James being fit. When we've gambled on Fofana staying fit. When we've gambled on Lavia staying fit. Bro, how do you even know that? 1, you don't even know what he's thinking, and 2, how is it a given based on 2 games that he's third choice? People are just presuming. People are presuming. Have you asked him? Have you? You've spoken to him? Yeah, you've asked him. You've spoken to him, Nico. What are your feelings, bro? You're just giving an opinion. You're just giving an opinion. You know, there's no guarantees that he's a third choice. Some games he might be third choice. Other games he'll start. You know, this is called a squad and having options. Since when was it a bad thing to have multiple good options? Yeah, bro, maybe it's time to go back to bed and enjoy those dreams because that definitely isn't happening. That 100% isn't happening. Or to be fair, I probably won't. I will buy it, but what I'll do is, as a perk of my True Blue membership, I'll get 15% off online. Oh, mate, this is unreal. Chat. Fuck, there's only 1,900 available, chat. Shit. We're going to get back to this. We are going to get back to this. Let me just show you the shirt. For those that... Chelsea have released a 120-year anniversary special edition boxed shirt. 1,905 only available. Look at that with the box. How class is that? Oh, that is unreal, chat. Shit. Chat, we might have to do a midstream purchase. How is... Are you joking? Nah. Chat, guess how much it is? Yeah, exactly. Look at United, Ronan. Rooney, Tevez, Berbatov. Chat, I'm going to get back to the Jackson stuff. This is lit, right? I'll tell you what is absolute dog shit, though, chat. Chat, look at this. Chat, it's 200 quid. £200. 200 great British pounds for this season's home shirt, and it's got 120 years written round the badge, and you get a little box. Do they think we're fucking idiots? Sorry, £200. Let me just quickly bring this on the website. Chat, we're going to go straight back to Nico Jackson, by the way. Let me bring this up on the chat. Look at this. Your price, £200. £200. Packaged in a royal blue presentation box that probably cost about £1 to make. Embroidery around the traditional badge. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. A patch with a unique number carrying its place in the exclusive 1905 sequence. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. But are you telling me that is 200 quid for a home shirt in a box? The game's gone. The game's gone. I mean, fuck, it's great. It is good, chat. I can't lie. All right, you get some nice CFC London box. Look, it's good, chat. I'll give you that. Yeah, they do. No, they do. No, they do. No, yeah. By the way, chat, Nike make the prices, okay? It's not Chelsea don't set the pricing. Nike are taking the fucking piss. They're taking the piss. But you know what's mad? These will sell out fast. Shit, do I really want? I don't want to spend 200 quid on a shirt, but I do need it. I do need it, chap. Maybe we just Klarna that shit. Maybe we Klarna that shit. Bro, people will buy it, and it's a collector's item. It is a collector's item. We're not going to do a live purchase. We're not doing a live purchase. Yeah, it's mental. It's crazy. Yeah, fucking bollocks. It is. Yeah, bro, the box better. You better open the box, and there better be some personalized message inside the box. Bro, if it was 100 quid, I'd do it. If it was 100 quid, I'd do it. Problem is, though, bro, double XL's already sold out. So number one is not going to happen. Although I don't know. I reckon they just send it out randomly. Anyway, let's get. Why are we talking about shirts? We're talking about Nicolas Jackson. And Ben Jacobs is providing an update. And chat, I love having a healthy debate. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You know, I actually enjoy it. Where's this Ben Jacobs on Nico Jackson? I enjoy it, chat. It's so boring if it's an echo chamber and everyone just says the same shit. Let's get back to this. Yeah, but bro, with a collector's piece, you want legit. You want legit with a collector's piece. You definitely do. I mean, I've still got, I'll tell you what, chat, bear with me 1 second. I've still got this from back in the day, which is class. Hold on. Where the fuck's that gone? No, someone robbed me. Where the fuck's that? Oh, yeah, this one. So, yeah, I've got this from back in the day, chat, right? Who remembers this? This was 100 years of Chelsea. 2005-06. This is unreal, by the way. This one, right? OG, legit from the shop. I tell you what, it's been a while since we had them badges on the side, chat. It's been a while since those badges were on the side. And I don't know what possessed me in my younger days. Look who I got on the back. Look who I got on the back. Who remembers this legend? 24 Sean Wright Phillips on the back, chat. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. 24 Sean Wright Phillips. This is when the kits were banging. Look at that. The gold, Umbro, Samsung Mobile, the centenary shit round the badge. Bro, I've had this since 2000 this was 2005-06 season. I've had this shirt I've had for 20 years. 20 years I've had this shirt. And it's not going anywhere. 20 years I've had it. And it's staying with me. Unbelievable shirt, chat. Anyway. That's enough about that. When will you see the full kit collection? I tell you what. By the way, chat, if you want to see someone who's got a decent kit collection, now, bro, this is not for sale. Not for sale. If someone offers decent money, no. No. I've had that for 20. I've had that shirt for, when did I? Yeah, I must have got. Bought that. Or I say bought that. Obviously, would have been purchased it by. I obviously didn't pay for it myself. No, definitely not 40, bro. Yeah, bro. Sean Wright Phillips at the Ganacho right now. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Bro, how many add-ons are in that deal? So it's 40 up front. What about the add-ons? What about the add-ons? Chat, keep smashing the like button, by the way. Keep smashing the like button. We're on 78 likes, 230 in the building. Run it up, run it up. Yeah, bro, what are the payment terms on that? 40 quid up front. You know, I'm expecting hefty add-ons and a sell-on clause as well. If it's 40 quid, I need at least a 60% sell-on clause on that. Yeah. Bro, I mean, sarcasm really does go amiss to some people on the internet, doesn't it? It really does. It really does go missing, sarcasm on the internet. Anyway, this is Ben Jacobs on Nicolas Jackson. Fuck, I mean, chat. Oh, that box is class as well. It's a nice collector's item. Shit. Oh, it's fucking good, chat. Yeah, chat. I'm not, and we're not doing there's no live auctions, eBay shit here either. 250, 10 mil plus. Yeah, bro. Add-ons. Can I pay with Klarna, bro? I'm considering Klarnaing this. What's 200 divided by 3, chat? What's 200 divided by 3? Chat, what's 200 divided by 3? Oh, shit. 200 divided by 3. What's that on the Klarna settings? That better be free shipping as well, by the way. 200 divided by 3, 66 quid. 66. 66 quid, chat. Anyway, look, I'm not spending the whole show talking about fucking whether I'm going to buy a shirt or not. Let's relax on that. No, it'll be free shipping. It'll be free shipping when it's that much. Bro, I'm not paying shipping costs for fucking delivering it 10 minutes around the corner. Anyway, Chelsea's position on Nico Jackson has always been a sell is possible at the right price. That's the same with anyone. That's the same with anyone. Chat. What I would say with this is, right, a sale is possible for any player. I don't care who you are. A sale is possible for any player at the right price. Any player at the right price. A sale is possible. Okay, so that's the same with Nico Jackson. It's the same with Nico Jackson, no problem. Even though he remains valued by Maresca, a lot will also come down to Jackson and whether he wants to be a lead striker elsewhere. Liam Delap has arrived, and fellow new signing João Pedro would be used more as a 9 if Xavi SImons is added, potentially reducing Jackson's game time. Jackson has been offered to Newcastle United and AC Milan recently. Former two clubs decided to focus on Benjamin Sesko instead of engaging now. There remains a realistic chance Jackson leaves, with several clubs keen and likely to approach Chelsea in August. So look, I think one thing's clear here, chat, is that whoever misses out on Benjamin Sesko out of Newcastle and Man United, I expect Nico Jackson to shoot up. I expect him to shoot up their list. Chat, I'm just seeing if there's a Klarna option on here. Special edition boxed shirt. Fuck, it's in the... We accept Visa, PayPal, MasterCard. Fuck me. I wonder if I can get coupon settings. Can we do coupon settings as well? Maybe we can do coupon settings, chat. We'll see. No, there's no coupon settings. Anyway, we might decide to do that. We might do it. Anyway, look, I think Villa, chat, I'll be real. I think Villa are off the table. I think Villa are off the table because they have to sell Ollie Watkins. Yeah, it's a possibility. I do want the shirt. One thing I'll tell you though is that I'm not giving Chelsea £200 in one go. They can go fuck themselves. I'm not giving them 200 quid up front. I'm going to pay in installments. You can have £66 up front and then 66 in 2 installments over the next 2 months. That's my offer, Chelsea. Take it or leave it. Exactly. This is my point, right? And this is what people are not understanding when I say this about Nico Jackson, right? You get one injury to Delap or Pedro, you turn to your bench. All you've got to change the game are wingers. What is the problem with having a Delap and a Jackson on the bench? And however the game's going, you can either chuck both on, or you can chuck the one on who suits the game best with how the game is moving. You know, that's what I'm saying, bro. What code am I using? Because I'll be real, this I reckon is going to be is going to be it'll be this will be excluded from promotional offers. There's no way. It'll be excluded from promotional offers. I'm sure of it. It might not be. Shit, I've saved 20 quid, chat. Chat, I've saved 20 quid. Bro, we're not going to get Morgan Rogers, though. I just don't see it. I've seen the reports. I don't get why Rogers keeps getting mentioned. How much does the Benson code get off, chat? Does that get 20% off? That's a 10%. Does Benson get 20? Chat, does Benson get 20% off? Yeah, Rogers' name does keep getting brought up. And I don't know why that is. Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than this 10%. What's the code? GBFC20. Chat, what's the code? GBFC20. Lowercase, yeah? GBFC20. No, bro, chat, that don't work, GBFC20. That doesn't work. Yeah, I've done that. It don't work. They're all 10%. They're all 10%. I'll just use the Feroz one. Feroz is my guy. Yeah, that's worked. I've saved 20 quid. 180. 180. Right, let's have a quick look. Do you know what, chat? Someone better tell George. Well, I think he just has 10%. I mean, the code weren't working, but it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Do you think people would be happy with the Watkins for Jackson swap? Bro, Watkins is not going to come to Chelsea in this position. Watkins is not going to come in this position. No, I'm not getting a club. GBFC 10. Why is someone calling it? Oh, for fuck's sake! Let's see that. GBFC 10. Yeah, it's exactly the same, chat. It's 10% off. But I'm going to use. I don't really know George, whereas I do know Feroz, so I'm going to use Feroz's code instead. Chat, 60 quid in 3 installments. Are you joking? Is my guy? Is this legit? Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Chat, sorry about this dominating the show. But iTalk TV Sports might have sorted me right out here. Or he could be bullshitting. We're about to find out. Nah, my brother's not bullshitting. Big up to my guy, iSports TV. Big up to my brother. Save 30 quid. 30 quid has been saved, chat. Hold on, guys. Hold on, hold on. Let me just get my calculator out. I mean, chat, this has gone a bit west, this stream. Apologies. We are going to get back to the serious stuff. 56 quid over 3 installments. Chat, we're doing it. Chat, we're doing it. Oh, fuck, I need to log in. Fuck, what's my login, chat? We're in. Nah, why am I getting... Bro, these men are taking the piss, right? These men are taking the piss. These lot are taking a total piss. So you're going to spend that money, right? And these men are charging $4.95 shipping. These men are charging $4.95 shipping. Is this a fucking joke? $4.95 ship? Chelsea, I'm paying for this shirt. I'm doing it in 3 installments, right? Admittedly. Bro, what's this bullshit? $4.95 shipping, 2 to 4 business days. Nah, less of that. Less of that. We're gonna. Oh no, we're gonna have to pay with Klarna, chat. We're gonna pay with Klarna. Is that my address locked in? Oh. Oh, fuck. They're running chat. They're running background checks on me like I'm Garnacho. They're running background checks on me like I'm Garnacho, making sure I'm not a fucking financial fraud. Chat, why are these not running background checks on me? Oh, mate, they're running background checks on me, chat. 1, 3, 5. Oh, fuck. Right, we're in. That's all right, you know, chat. 3 payments of 58 quid. Out of principle, Chelsea are not having that much of my money in one go. They can hold that. Oh. Chat, I think we've... Chat, we've done a purchase. Chat, we've done a purchase. The purchase is done, chat. Now, this is where I check that I've actually ordered the right fucking size. I have. Yep, chat, we're there. Was that a good idea? Right, it's done, chat. I'm not in debt. It's just done in 3 installments. Bro, I've used the Klarna on certain things. On the more expensive purchases, I refuse to give it in one go because I don't want to. So, yeah, the shirt is purchased, chat. No, there's no buyer's regret. There's no buyer's regret. This is a legit collectible, guys. This is a legit collectible. No buyer's regret. Anyway, so let's get back to Nico Jackson. Forget all this. I've spent the money. It's done. What is all this coming in? I'll tell you what, chat. Don't put a tweet out about Nico Jackson, right? Because you get hundreds of responses. To be fair, I could do that. I could do that. This is exactly it, bro. Klarna is no different to really having a credit card at the end of the day. You could have credit carded it and paid it all in one go at the end of the month. Nah, we do a little Klarna job on that. We do a pay-in-free job. Oh, I did make a purchase, Klarna. Thank you. Yeah, a little pay-in-free. So we'll pay that. We'll pay that off in October, chat. We'll pay it off in October. Nike can hold that. Yeah, bro. Klarna and add-ons. Here we go. We got a here we go for the 120th anniversary shirt. 58 quid up front with add-ons with a payment package of 58 quid in September and 58 quid in October. Deal done. Signed in. New Chelsea shirt on its way. Yes, big up, brother. Appreciate all the love from the Chelsea fans in Africa. Yeah, bin that. Bro, the fact that I had to pay $4.95 shipping is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Oh yeah, chat. I will. I'll unbox it. I'll unbox it on stream. I'll unbox it on stream, chat. Yeah, shit. I need to chat. I better check my PSR as well if I'm compliant with the Santander rules. Am I compliant with the Santander rules? Anyway, yeah, that's more than that's because you're overseas, bro, aren't you? You must be overseas. Anyway, chat, keep smashing up the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, all of that good stuff. So look, Jackson reportedly has been offered to 3 clubs. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not true, by the way. I suspect that is true. We know that Man United have held conversations. We know that Newcastle did add him to the list. Whether he's still on the list, if they get Benjamin Sesko, Newcastle, then obviously Jackson won't be on the list anymore. If they miss out, I think he goes up the list. Same at Manchester United as well. The same at Manchester United. So again, what I would say is, chat, none of us know what Nico Jackson is thinking right now. None of us know what Nico Jackson is thinking. Yeah, bro, documents signed. Documents are signed. Documents are signed. Documents are signed. Money is in the bank. Here we go. 120th anniversary shirt to my gaff. Yeah, chat, run up the likes. Are we on 120 likes yet? No, we're not. We're at 112 with 230 in the building still. Make sure you smash up the likes, guys. Make sure you smash up the likes. 100%. This is what people don't seem to be getting, chat, when I'm speaking about us. We should be keeping Nico Jackson. If it transpires that Jackson wants out and he wants to leave, that's a totally separate conversation. Okay. But if he wants to stay, then we should be keeping him. However, I'm also fully aware, even if he wants to stay, if someone came in with 70, 75 million pounds, then you obviously don't say no to that. I'm not a complete idiot. You obviously don't say no to that amount of money. You definitely don't say no to that amount of money, chat. Again, this is the chat. This is the one thing that we don't know, right? Is what does Jackson want to do? What does Nico Jackson want to do? Does he want to stay? If he wants to stay, I don't see how anyone can argue that it's a bad thing if Jackson wants to stay. Bro, I'm not sure if you've noticed, we've sold Dewsbury Hall for 25 million yesterday. We sold Uga Chukwu for more than 20 mil, and we sold Broja for 20 mil in the last 3 or 4 days. Those 3 transfers alone more than pay for Xavi SImons. We don't need to sell Nico Jackson for it. Bro, this is it. This is it perfectly. This sums it up perfectly. If we get a silly offer, absolutely, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. If we don't get a silly offer, then where did all the Club World Cup money go? Well, it hasn't really gone anywhere. We obviously spent Club World Cup money on we've been patient with Jackson. I don't think Jackson's. I think that's. Look, Jackson scored 24 Premier League goals in 2 seasons. Is that shit? Bro, Hall went ages ago. Hall went last summer on a permanent. He went last summer on a permanent, mate. No, of course they wouldn't, but that's a totally different conversation. No, bro, it's not about necessarily the player in general. It's about needing another option. If you let Jackson go, someone else has to come in to fill that position in the squad. Because for me, it's naive, stupid, foolish to go into a season where we're back in the Champions League to only have Liam Delap and Joao Pedro. You know? Hmm. Yeah, Burnley have helped us out. Bro, we should have signed Ivan Toney when we had the chance. We should have signed Ivan Toney when we had the chance to sign him. But obviously, we've decided not to. Obviously, we've decided not to. Do you know what I mean, chat? Do you know what I mean? We obviously decided not to sign him. But you need. I can't stress it enough. I cannot stress it enough. You need options. You need options, chat. Oh, bro, I think the backup plan. The thing is, right, we've not been linked with any strikers. You know, maybe they bring, if Jackson goes, maybe they bring forward their plan to sign Emmanuel Amiga from Strasbourg, who's meant to reportedly be coming in 2026. Although a deal's not done yet, that deal is obviously there to be done and is very easy to be done. But if we don't do that, who do we actually get that's going to improve the squad? I mean, bro, literally, right? We're having this massive conversation. It really is as simple as that, what you've just said in the chat there. It's really as simple as that. You cannot play a 60-game season with two strikers. That's it. It's not even up for debate. It's not even up for debate. That's the crux of it, chat. You can't play 60 games with two strikers. Bro, it's all good until someone gets injured and you've got to use that third option. Then it doesn't become so good, does it? Then it doesn't become so good, does it, chat? But anyway, look, this is definitely one to watch between now and the end of the window. This is 100% one to watch between now and the end of the window. No offers have come in yet. Obviously, I think the Benjamin Sesko situation is going to play a big role in one of those two clubs, Newcastle or Man United, going for Nico Jackson. But as of now, no bids have come in for Nico Jackson as at this point in time. All the reports are saying that Jackson wants to stay. All the reports are saying Chelsea value him at 80 plus million pounds. So we wait. We wait and we see. That's what we do, chat. We wait and see. We wait and we see, chat. No, Juventus won't. But I do think, chat, by the way, that if Jackson was going to Europe, Chelsea would probably sell for slightly cheaper than if he was going to a Premier League club. They would definitely sell cheaper if he was going to Europe rather than a Premier League rival. That's my opinion. Guys, we're 237 in the building. We're only on 122 likes. Keep smashing the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. All of that good stuff, chat. Run up the likes. It's really, really important. It does more than you can believe. More than you can believe, chat. And keep subscribing as well if you're new. We're on the road to 18,000 subscribers. We're not a million miles away now. So please smash up the subscribe button. But most importantly, chat, get these likes up. It really, really helps me out. And it takes you seconds. If it's in the Premier League, I think you have to do more. If it's the Premier League, I honestly think you need more. I think his price to Europe is probably 60 million. England, I agree, could be as much as 70. Bro, Jackson's under contract at Chelsea until 2033. Until 2033, he's under contract, guys. 2033 is under contract. So there's no issues there. Yes, hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. We shouldn't sell Jackson. We need him. I agree. There's also that. People are just presuming that Delap and Pedro are going to hit the ground running and smash it. And there's no guarantees that happens. No guarantees that happens at all, chat. Zero guarantees. Yeah, I'll be at both games. Probably looking more forward to AC Milan because it should be a better level of game, a better level of competition. But yeah, look forward to both games. It's always great to be back at the Bridge. Yeah, that would be my sense of it because there's I don't know what other strikers are on the market and who else is going to be decent. That's the thing. Again, for Jackson to go to Villa, they'd have to sell Watkins. And at this point in time, I can't see Ollie Watkins leaving Villa. That's the main thing. But yeah, look, that's the latest on Nico Jackson, chat, is that obviously he's been offered to teams. Teams are interested. And I'm sure we will get some before that. There might be offers for Jackson this month before the end of the window. But we need to wait and see. We need to wait and see on that one. We have to wait and see, chat, what's going to happen with Jackson. But it's definitely one that's going to go to the end of we've got to wait and see. Isak to Chelsea all in. Bro, Isak to Chelsea is not happening. It's not happening. Anyway, Xavi SImons, chat. There's not really that much of an update on Xavi SImons, but we will get into Outgoings as well because there is more news on Outgoings. Seems to be a fire sale, literally next day delivery on all these players that are leaving the football club. It seems to be a next day delivery settings, chat. Next day delivery settings. So no formal bid has been made to RB Leipzig yet for Xavi SImons. Chelsea do have other players on their wish list for these roles, including Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers is not coming. I don't know why Morgan Rogers' name keeps getting mentioned. I don't know why Morgan Rogers' name keeps getting mentioned, chat. I don't see how it is still possible. You know, these negotiations with Leipzig are seriously advanced at this stage. I really don't see. I don't see this falling apart. I really don't. But obviously, a bid's not going to go in until everything's made, until it's all agreed. You know, we're only gonna make a bid once all the price is agreed. This won't be a bid and it's rejected. This will be one bid, and it will be and that's all it will take. It will take one bid, and that'll be it, chat. That'll be it. One bid, and it will be done, because we've been in the conversations. We're going to know exactly what the fee's going to be, and yeah, that's what we'll be waiting for. SImons, they want, reports are saying for SImons they want a total package of total package of 100. Sorry, a total package of 60 million, chat. That's what they're looking for. Total package. $60 million total package. And that shouldn't be a problem at all. I'm all good. The only way that Villa are going to get Nico Jackson right is if Ollie Watkins leaves. That's the only way. That is the only way that's happening, guys. The only way that's happening. So yeah. Why can't we sign him and sell players while he's here? Bro, we've already signed, you know, we've already got rid of several players. So yeah, this is very relaxed, very relaxed. You know, Romano said the same. He said the other day that, you know, it's going to be 20. He said he'd give it 80% chance. 80% chance, he said, of it happening. And we'll get there. We will get there. Yes, it's boring, but right now, no bid has gone in yet. I'm not even sure it's. Don't forget the dream signing is Rogers. Yeah, but again, you know, I don't see how we suddenly just, because we're not getting both SImons and Rogers. We're not. You know, we're not getting them both. I would be very, very surprised if we suddenly decided to pull out. Yes, but bro, do you know why he's giving constant updates? Because people keep asking for updates all the time. You know, people are asking for updates, and then when there isn't really any so people are asking for the updates, and then when the update's not really the information they want, they then moan about the updates. Well, I'm not saying this is you, but like in general, like people are just moaning about fucking lack of updates. There is no update. When there's an update, we'll get it. No update doesn't mean the deal's off, doesn't mean the deal's fucked or anything like that. That's it. You know, this deal will happen. I'm confident this deal will happen. Watkins to, again, look, Watkins to Newcastle, Jackson to Villa. That sequence of events is very possible. That sequence of events is very possible, right? But us moving for Rodgers, I still don't see it. I still don't see it. I still don't see it. To be fair, Fabrizio's been saying for a while on the Nico Jackson stuff that it's one to watch. He's repeatedly said that. Are we getting a new centre back? I don't think so personally. Yeah, reports in Germany from Bild are saying that United have made have bid a total package of £85 million. You know, whether that's not been confirmed by anyone, but it's strongly coming out of Germany, but nothing from Fabrizio or David Ornstein on that. But yeah, apparently a total package of 85 million euros for Benjamin Sesko from Manchester United, but it's not been reported by anywhere else yet. The Sassy to Wolves. I mean, look, the Sassy to anywhere right now, anywhere we can get him is gonna be a massive bonus. A massive bonus. That'll help us out big time, chat. That'll help us out big time. The Sassy anywhere, you know, at this point. Yeah, I think as well. I think as well. Bro, we're not in the race for Sesko. As soon as we signed Delap, Chelsea were out of the race for Sesko. We were out of the race for Sesko as soon as Delap was signed. Bro, we're not getting a keeper. We're not getting a keeper. That's not happening. That's not happening. No keeper is coming, guys. Bro, anywhere. You know, there is Premier League interest. You know, if he wants to stay in London, I think there's West Ham and Fulham, or he might go to Europe. You know, he might go to Europe. But again, a loan, we can't be loaning him. It needs to be gone on a permanent basis. But anyway, chat, the update on Xavi Simons is there is no update, basically. That is the Xavi Simons news. Deal, in my opinion, will happen, but we still haven't reached a full agreement yet. So, yeah. No full agreement and no bid yet. Jorgensen, there was a bid. Chelsea, according to Simon Johnson in The Athletic this morning, there was a bid. A bid was put. Chelsea turned down an offer from a Champions League club for Jorgensen. Bro, if it's about Rodrigo and Spurs, I've just seen it. But yeah, Xavi Simons, no update yet. We continue to wait. Bro, I would take Donnarumma. I would absolutely take Donnarumma. Would have no issues with that whatsoever. Let's get him in. Let's get him in if we can. But again, Chelsea are unlikely to sign a goalkeeper. Unlikely to sign a goalkeeper. So, yeah, that's it. Simple as that. Yeah, bro, all these players will leave. I keep saying it. I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself every stream. All these players will leave. All these players will leave. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's start with Christopher Nkunku because I feel like this is going to be the next major outgoing. I mean, look, Chukwuemeka to Dortmund is getting a lot closer, but this is going to be the next major outgoing, chat. This will be the next major outgoing. No, Rodrigo's not going to Spurs. Christopher Nkunku, who's valued at 43 million, Rodrigo is not going to Tottenham. Let's just make that very, very clear, chat. Christopher Nkunku, who is valued at 43 million, has been given permission to miss the start of pre-season training. He's the subject of inquiries from a number of clubs in England, Italy, and Germany. 43 million, I think, is probably fair and roundabout right for him. You know, I think that's fair and roundabout right, in my opinion, for Nkunku. The fact that he's been given permission to miss the start of pre-season training suggests that a move is not a million miles away. I don't know where. I mean, look, Nkunku to Inter will only happen if the Lookman deal is off. It will only happen if the Lookman deal is off, chat. That's the only way it will happen. And I always worry about Italian clubs being interested because you know full well they're gonna offer some bullshit price. They're just not gonna pay us the money or get anywhere near the valuation. So look, clubs in Italy, you'd say obviously definitely Inter. Germany, you're probably looking at a Leipzig, maybe a Bayern Munich as well. England, we know that Man United have been interested. Nottingham Forest and Newcastle have reportedly been interested as well. By the way, for Newcastle as well, by the way, I don't think that wouldn't be a bad signing in Nkunku. Nkunku would be a decent signing for Newcastle. You know, I could see that working out pretty well. You know, Man United have been mentioned before, but if they do end up getting Benjamin Sesko, yeah, confirmed by Ornstein. Confirmed by Ornstein. The offer has gone in. It's gone in. Benjamin Sesko, 85 million euro package. But the offer is in, chat. The offer's in. No, but you'd rather have him than Johan Visser, for example, you know, to play in a number 10 or anything like that. Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't even know. I mean, look, I don't know how much, 85 million euros. Yeah, it's crazy. Look, it is crazy money at the end of the day. It is crazy money. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. It is crazy money. Bro, they've got, well, Newcastle will have the money because of the Isak situation. That's why they're going for Sesko, because they know that Isak's going. If Isak was staying, Newcastle wouldn't be going for Sesko, in my opinion. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong on that. But it'll be very, very interesting now. It'll be very, very interesting now to see how Jackson, to see if Newcastle move for Jackson, because if they miss out. They've not missed out on Sesko yet, by the way, but all reports are suggesting that he prefers Newcastle. Sorry, he prefers Man United to Newcastle, but we'll wait and see. If Sesko goes United, Isak stays. I don't know if they're in a position. Well, of course they can keep Isak, but yeah, it makes it very, very difficult for Newcastle now in terms of a centre forward, because really, Benjamin Sesko was the last kind of one on the market. Obviously, there are other centre forwards, but in terms of like big name centre forwards, this was very much like the last one, chat. This was very much the last one kind of available on the market. Chat, keep smashing up the likes. We're on 153 likes, 216 in the building still. Get these likes up, chat. Get these likes up. Get them up, chat. Because it does really help me out. So make sure you do, guys. But in Nkunku, again, yeah, I think Newcastle would go for Watkins before they go for Jackson. Yeah, for sure. But this now does bring Nico Jackson into play. By the way, it's not a given that Newcastle get rejected here. It's not a given. It's not a given that Newcastle get rejected. But it's up to the player. It's up to the player. No, I don't think he does either. I don't think Newcastle are in a position to be keeping Alexander Isak, personally. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think they're personally in a position to be doing that. But anyway, Nkunku, yeah, look, he's gone. It just depends where he's going to go, and it just depends how close teams are going to get. It depends how close teams are going to get to our valuation. That's the big thing. Bro, I'm telling you, when you see like that sort of money for Benjamin Sesko, and you look at what we got Joao Pedro for, you look at what we got Liam Delap for. I know Delap was a release clause, but I think Newcastle will go for Ollie Watkins. They will try for Ollie Watkins. That would be a decent signing. Maybe they try for Nicolas Jackson as well, because they'll need more than just Ollie Watkins. Apparently, Fulham are in talks to sign Raheem Sterling. Again, we've heard of Fulham interest in Sterling before. We need to wait and see. But you look at you look at the money that these players are going for, and you look at the value for money that we've got, chat. We're not having our pants pulled down in the transfer market. I don't think we've overpaid. I don't think we've overpaid for anyone. I don't think we've overpaid for anyone. Personally, I really don't, guys. I really don't think we've overpaid for anyone in this market. He does. Yep, he does. And is there a possibility that Isak signs a new deal with a release clause in it? Is that possible? Maybe that's possible. I don't know. Yeah, Ekatike was crazy money as well. It was crazy money as well. And this is what I'm talking about, chat. This is what I'm talking about. Crazy, crazy money here. I mean, look, Sterling knows that he's done, and he'll have to take a pay cut. Now, bro, there are teams interested in Disasi. There are teams interested in Disasi. You know, there are. There are teams interested. Nah, bro, it's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as that. It really isn't as simple as that. You know, it's not about, oh, just pay me the money. His head's been turned. I don't think it's a money thing. I mean, that total package is worth 74 million from United. Yeah, potentially it is. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But look, Nkunku's definitely the next major one we're looking at going out. He's definitely the next major one we're looking for in terms of an outgoing. Chukwuemeka, guys, is close as well to Borussia Dortmund for a permanent deal. I reckon that'll be somewhere in the £25 million region. So yeah. But yeah, this Sesko thing really holds the key to a massive striker domino, which definitely could have implications for us in regards to Nicolas Jackson. So it'll be very interesting to see what his decision is. Very interesting to see. Chilwell is one of the Chilwell's going to be the hardest one to move on. No doubt about it, chat. Ben Chilwell will definitely be the hardest to move on. You know, but we see. We wait and see, chat. Now, bro, we're not getting Isak. We're not getting Isak. I don't know why Chelsea fans keep mentioning Isak with the club. We're just not getting him. We do need a third choice striker potentially. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, the value we've got on these deals, chat, the value we've got has been exceptional. Absolutely exceptional, the value we've got. Well, I think that's what a lot of the reports have said all along, that United were only going to bid if Sesko gave them the green light. And they obviously feel that Sesko's given them the green light. You know, and this is it. United wouldn't have bid if Sesko hadn't told them he was keen. Yeah, and this is what I think could be most likely with Chilwell, guys. 2 years left on the deal. Maybe you come to an agreement, pay off, settle for 1 year, settlement of pay off 1 year's worth of the contract, and then terminate the other year. That for me is what we have to be doing. Some sort of situation there. Some sort of situation. Yes, big up, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. So yeah, that's the latest on Nkunku. £43 million. Multiple clubs are interested. So I'm not bothered about whether we can agree a deal for him or not to go, because he will go. It's just a case of when. You know, it's just a case of when. Yeah, Delap was 30 million. And that was a release clause. Delap with no release clause would obviously be worth more. Let's be perfectly clear about that. Obviously, it would be worth more, guys, for sure. But we've got great value with our attackers. Great value. Really good value. I mean, look, Sesko's a strange one. You know, loads of promise at Salzburg. Got the move to Leipzig. Yes, he's still young, 22 years of age or whatever. It's a lot of money for someone who's not really pushed on much. Hasn't really pushed on much since joining Leipzig. By the way, I like him. I think there's a lot of potential there. He's a unique kind of profile, but it's a mental fee when you think about it. It is a mental fee. You know, it really is a mental fee. Mental fee. But, you know, both clubs are desperate. Yeah, no, we won't be going for Sesko, chat. We definitely won't be going for Sesko. By the way, guys, keep smashing the likes up. We're on 165. Let's get this to 200 people. Let's get this to 200 likes. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Keep smashing that like button, chat. We're 230 in the building. Can't believe United will risk another huge fee on a young player, but I agree. Sterling and Chilwell ain't going to write off millions of money just for the good of Chelsea. Nah, again, I don't think either of them are like that. They'll just want to go and play football. They'll just want to go and play football. I really do think it's that simple. It really is that simple. They just want to go and play football. A little update from Argentina, and it's time to check in on Garnacho. It's time to check in on Alejandro Garnacho for our daily update. I mean, it's not a Fabrizio daily update, but it is a daily update nonetheless. Chelsea aims to move forward with Alejandro Garnacho. Conversations with the player's entourage are taking place. They will meet again this week. The player wants to join the London club. So look, Chelsea are meeting again. Conversations are taking place. Yeah, that's it. Conversations taking place, chat with the player side. I mean, you can never say anything's a dead cert in football, but this is as close to a dead cert as you could possibly get. And this is as close as you can possibly get to a guarantee, I feel. Again, maybe. Although neither of them play the same position as Jackson. Yeah, we are focusing on Xavi SImons. We are focusing on Simmons, chat. We definitely are. We definitely are. Oh yeah, bro. I've fully accepted. I've fully accepted he's coming 2 weeks ago. You know, maybe a couple of weeks ago. Like this is obviously happening. We know this is happening, chat. We know this is happening. Yeah, look, if it's Garnacho or Anthony, obviously I'm taking Garnacho for sure. You know, I don't think there's much of a conversation there. I don't think there's much of a conversation there at all. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think there's something to be offered there from the bench. I think he'll offer something from the bench. I don't know what, but I think he's a sort of player that can absolutely contribute from the bench, chat. I really do think that. I really do think that. Let's say he has a change of heart with us. Such a weird transfer. I agree. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense if that's the stipulations, chat. If that's the stipulations, it's not really making. I agree. It's not making an awful lot of sense if that's the stipulations. But again, what do we know? What do we know? I'll be there. Sterling to Fulham. Yep, but that would be a good move. I can see that kind of making sense. Oh, 100%. Every player should be backed. Every player should be backed that we're signing. Every player should be backed. Once they're through the door and they've got that blue shirt on, every player should be backed. Yeah, look, we can talk about this all day, you know, about it not making sense and whatnot and all that sort of thing. But yeah, ultimately, um, it don't make it doesn't make an awful lot of sense, does it? I do hear that. I really do hear that. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, chat. Again, I don't think that's true. Honestly, I don't necessarily agree with that fully. I don't necessarily fully agree with that. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, no, they are. And look, if it's 30 million quid, it's not the worst deal in the world. I'm not for it. I'm not suddenly changing my mind on it. I'm just saying, if you were able to do 30 million for him, that's not. It's not a shocking deal. It's not a shocking deal. But again, it's going to be dependent. It's going to be dependent on a number of things, chat. What else is going on? I mean, this Benjamin Sesko thing is going to be taking. I mean, obviously, this Benjamin Sesko stuff is dominating the headlines. No, it doesn't seem to be much else. Exactly, chat. It's win-win. If you get him for 30 million, it doesn't work out. You can ship him off to Arsenal in a couple of years for profit. And bro, I can tell you now, he definitely won't. That guy's nowhere near ready. Imagine having to use him in the Champions League. This is what I mean, people. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Garnacho won't be 50 million, but if we're being brutally honest, with the way that the market is, he is a 50 million pound player. He is a 50 million pound player in this market. We have to be honest here. Because I think they've got something cooking, some sort of announcement. That's why I think some sort of announcement's cooking. Some sort of announcement is cooking. No. When have I said that? When have I said that? I don't agree with the signing, but I literally just said that once the players signed them through the door, they will get full support. They have to. Yeah, I get the feeling that the Sesko thing has suddenly become more of a priority for Leipzig. And then once the Sesko future's sorted, the Xavi SImons thing will get sorted after that. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting on this one. This coming season, there's going to be a discipline problem. I don't think there will be. I mean, that for me would be the most likely situation and probably the most logical situation. Yeah, agreed, they will. Oh, yeah. No, he's definitely worth more than 30 million in this market. Yeah. Yeah, look, I think if Jackson doesn't leave this summer, unless he has a remarkable season next season, then yeah, he'll be leaving. He'll be leaving the following summer. I think he'll be leaving next summer, chat. That's my personal view on it. I mean, I don't know what we're cooking behind the scenes, but we could be cooking something, chat. We could be cooking something. That is the thing. But we still got plenty of outgoings to work on. Sterling, Chilwell, Vega, Chukwuemeka, and Disasi. That's 5. George 6 if he goes as well. So, chat, there's definitely 5 more players that we're going to sell on a permanent deal. George could be a 6th. George could be a 6th. So there's still plenty of outgoings to do. Another 100, 150 million quid, I reckon we could do in outgoings, which would be exceptional. Would be absolutely exceptional. It really would be. Again, I think this is. I don't know if it did say that, but Maresca does like Jackson. There's no doubt about it. But again, as I discussed earlier, everyone's just presuming that he's going to mostly sit on the bench. We actually don't know that. Yeah, bro, I don't know when the front of shirt sponsor is going to be announced. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. It's a lot of money for someone that I don't really feel is pushed on. He's got the potential to do very well and become a top striker, but I'm not really seeing it right now. And for United, I don't think spending that much money in that position, even though they need a striker, is the best use of that funds. They need to fix the midfield. No major news on Sterling to Fulham as of yet, no. But yeah, let me have one last look if there's any major stuff coming through Chelsea related. Let's have a look. Doesn't look like there is. Chat, we're going to round this one out here. As Jeremy said, please do smash up the likes on the way out. We're 20 likes away from 200. Let's smash that like button on your way out. Get this up to 200 likes. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. Appreciate all the support, guys, this afternoon. As always, great show, good fun. Appreciate each and every single one of you in the chat. As I always say, the shows are nothing without you guys. So as I said, smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll be back later on if we get any major developments. If not, people, I will see all of you lot again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday afternoon. Up the Chelsea, and we're out. Peace.